The story begins in the land of Haran. Jacob, fleeing his own family's wrath, arrives at an ancient communal well and meets Rachel, a local shepherdess. He is immediately, visibly infatuated. Jacob's obsession was total. To secure her, he offered her father, Laban, 7 years of manual labor, various position. She remained in the background of this deal, an unintended consequence of Jacob's single-minded pursuit. This iconic biblical romance serves as the preamble to one of history's most documented examples of systemic betrayal. After 7 years of labor, Laban threw a massive wedding feast. As night fell, Leah, not Rachel, was presented to Jacob, heavily veiled. When the morning light revealed the deception, Jacob's reaction was immediate and furious. He had spent 7 years working for one woman, only to wake up next to a wife he never wanted. Laban justified the trick by pointing to local custom. In their country, it was unheard of to give a younger daughter in marriage before the firstborn. This cultural tradition allowed Laban to extract another 7 years of free labor from Jacob. Leah was effectively used as a deceptive bargaining chip to double the family's wealth. Leah entered her marriage not as a partner, but as a voiceless obligation, forced into a system that had already rejected her. For centuries, it was assumed that Jacob rejected Leah because she lacked physical beauty, the ugly sister to Rachel's grace. This idea stems from early translations of the text that described Leah as having weak eyes. However, the original Hebrew word actually translates to soft or tender. It likely referred to a gentle nature or a deep-seated empathy, rather than a physical flaw. Jacob's lack of love for Leah wasn't about her appearance. He was simply occupied with his obsession with Rachel. This left Leah trapped in a psychological cage, living in the same camp as a sister who held all of her husband's affection. In this era, polygamy was a standard economic arrangement for men who could support multiple households. Women were largely viewed as property. Within this system, a woman's primary value was her ability to produce male heirs to carry on the family name and manage the land. Denied her husband's love, Leah tried to earn her worth through performance, attempting to excel in the one role her culture valued. The names she gave her first 3 sons, Reuben, Simeon, and Levi, reflect this desperation. With each birth, she declared her hope that these children would finally make her enough in Jacob's eyes. She was caught in an exhausting cycle, trying to perform her way into the heart of someone who refused to see her. Everything changed with the birth of her 4th son, Judah. In a notable departure from her previous reactions, Leah's recorded response to this birth does not mention her husband at all. Her only statement was, "This time I will praise the Lord." By letting go of the need for Jacob's validation, she began to find a sense of worth that was independent of his rejection. This shift allowed Leah to move from being a victim of her marriage to becoming a respected matriarch within the growing family. The historical impact of that 4th son, Judah, eventually eclipsed the romantic drama of his parents. Leah, the unloved and overlooked sister, became the direct ancestor of King David and, eventually, Jesus. Leah began as a pawn in a father's scheme and the second-best option in her husband's tent. Yet the legacy of the nation she helped build suggests that a person's worth is never truly determined by those who refuse to see it.